Alright, so I talked about this last video, I think, about my wife hired a hitman, so I faked my death. That title alone is crazy. I watched this years ago, but now I just have to re-watch this to see how really crazy this story actually is. His own wife hires a hitman to kill him. I don't remember what the reason why is, but I think there's no reason why you should hire a hitman to go kill your significant other. But what's even crazier, how he found out and he called the cops and they hired a whole fake scene of his death just to make her believe he was dead, which was even crazier. So we're gonna get into this. Hopefully, honestly, they should make a movie about this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a movie person, so I think every video, if I see something that reminds me of a movie, I'm gonna say it. But there's a movie called The Perfect Murder, where all I remember is I have to watch that back too, where the husband finds out the wife is cheating, so then he hires her. He hires a hitman to go kill his wife, but I think the hitman falls in love with his wife or something. I don't know. Something goes wrong, like she finds out or something. But then I realized there's multiple endings to the movie, and honestly, I don't know which ending I actually like better. To be honest, I don't know. But y'all should check it out though. But we're gonna get into this video and see what he's talking about and how it really went down.
He said, no, I'm serious. I've seen that look in people's eye when they want to kill somebody, and she wants to have you killed.
She's probably one of the coldest individuals that I've run across in my law enforcement career.
She used her mind games to get to me.
When we told Ramon that he was going to have to lay inside of a ditch and wear makeup, he was kind of in disbelief.
Yeah, right here. I still remember like it was yesterday. This is where I literally walked on my own grave. One time we were so in love, and now I have to fake my death so she can get arrested.
That's why
my name is Ramon Sosa, and I faked my death because my wife tried to have me killed.
That's why
I met Lulu back in 2007. She was a mother of two, divorced, had been...
Lulu, more like cuckoo. Like, who hires? And look, you would never think, like, the most beautiful woman, most gorgeous woman you could see could hire a hitman to kill you and take all your money. You never know.
Back in 2007, she was a mother of two, divorced, had been in an abusive relationship, and she just moved here for a better life. She caught my eye. She was very beautiful and danced very well. I remember her having some high heels that must have been like 3 or 4 inches, and she stepped on my toe, and oh my God, it was like very, very painful. And there was so many red flags in hindsight, but yeah, she was definitely going to, get my attention one way or another. We had a small wedding, and I never forget her mother walking up to me, just whispered in my ear, "Now she's your trouble," and walked away. Well, this is...
I'm not gonna lie, that was a warning. Her mother said she's your trouble. Walked away. I would have looked at her mother walking away. I would have looked back at her, looked up at God, and headed out. I'm not gonna lie, like at first you could just take that as a, just being annoying. Like imagine you have a wedding and then her brother's like, now she could annoy you now. But that just seemed, she's your problem now. Like I understand, but at a wedding, that's kind of crazy. Like your mother, I'm not gonna lie, you should have listened to her mother. I wonder what her mother says after all this.
This is where it all happened. I mean, this brings back a lot of memories being back over here.
Hi guys, my name is Lulu Sosa.
And I'm Ramon Sosa, head coach, boxing. Welcome to Women's Boxing and Fitness.
This was our gym at the time. She was very helpful. She basically took care of the gym. But then as the relationship went on, and she saw how well we were doing financially, and she was already here legally. She was here on a visitor's visa from Mexico City. And then she became an American citizen after 3 years. I was beginning to think that she didn't need me anymore, that she wanted it all without me. It was going downhill quick. There was no option but to go get a divorce. It was late that evening, I was already at home, and this young man named Mundo just happened to walk into a conversation that my wife, Lulu at the time, was having out of all people with her daughter. In my office about a young man in the gym that has people in Mexico that chops up people for money. And Lulu made the gesture like, maybe we can use him. And Mundo, he said, well, I got the people that can do the job. And that's when Mundo, the next day, he called me, and I thought he was joking because he said, hey, you call me Pops, hey, Pops, this lady, she wants to kill you. And I said, what are you talking about? Talking about Lulu. She wants to kill you, And then on top of that, right after that conversation I had with Mundo, I had to go home and see this lady, knowing that she wanted to kill me. Our plan was to get enough information to take to the police. And that's where it all started.
My name is Lieutenant Mike Atkins, and I helped investigate the murder for hire.
But you know what's crazy though? Like, he even said, like, I looked in her eyes and that's the eyes of someone who wants to kill you. But I'm like, if he didn't have that conversation with that guy, would he even know his wife really wanted to kill him?
Plot involving Ramon Sosa. As soon as I meet Ramon, he seems genuine. He seems.
Why did he just pose like an IG model right there? Like,
Plot
look at
involving
him.
Ramon Sosa. As soon as I meet Ramon,
Why he posted up like that? Like, he posted up for GQ.
he seems genuine. He seems concerned, obviously looking for help. At this point, it's up to us to listen to what he has to say, determine what we can do to help. Mundo, while he was working out one day at the gym, overheard Lulu. He obviously got concerned and sort of interjected himself into the conversation just so he could gather some intelligence.
¿Qué pasó, Lulu? Nada, pues nomás ellos, bueno, con lo que usted ofreció, pues de perdido saben que todavía está en serio que quiere que lo maten, so, todo está bien.
Sí. No, sí, definitivo.
Yeah.
She didn't say C once. She said C. If y'all didn't hear, she said it 3 times. Not just, that's how you know she really wanted it done. Watch it. Listen to her again.
Que lo maten, so, todo está bien.
Sí.
No, sí, definitivo. O sea, de que se lo echen, que se lo echen. O sea, vale madre, eso, ¿no?
Okay.
Y de que les voy a pagar.
So the first time the hitman made contact with Lulu, we were in a local liquor store parking lot. If you could turn to the dictionary and look up the word hitman, you would see his picture there. He was that realistic. It's important that it can't be construed that she just wanted him beat up or she wanted him scared. There needed to be a commitment and there needed to be a trade of some sort of monetary value that would conclude with Mr. Sosa being killed.
And then Lulu, out of all things, she said, well, I don't have all the money right now, but when he dies, I can give you the money. He had the life insurance. She already knew how much I was worth after I died. Out of all things, she gave him watches and wedding bands and bracelets, my own jewelry as a down payment.
That's crazy. The one that what makes that worse too is your wife. It's not even like a random chick or girl. It's like the one person you're committed to, want to have a family with. You find out just wants to off you and live her life.
For my own murder. It's crazy.
At that point, it was decided that we are going to follow through, show her pictures of Mr. Sosa just to get her reaction. I think it's important when the jury hear the elements of the crime, they also get to know a little bit about the person as well.
They said, look, she's a beautiful lady, mother of 2. You guys own a business here locally, and a lot of people know you. We just don't want to take a chance if we go to a jury trial for one of the jurors to feel sorry for her. So we need to make this case a slam dunk case. They pulled out actual pictures of dead people. They picked that one with the bullet on the side of his head, and they said, this is the one we're going to do on you.
Well, now what I'm thinking about, like, I'm wondering, did she plan this all along, or did she really love him at one point? Because I'm not gonna lie. No. I thought I reacted to this video, but no, I watched it last night, and it was basically this white guy. He had his family, then he divorced. His wife was like saying he was abusive, this and that. So then, like, after 5 years of marriage, called it off. But by the time they were divorced, like, the papers were getting all settled up. He already went to Colombia or something and met this young DJ. I think he was in his late 20s or early 30s. And he met this girl, this DJ. Beautiful looking woman, But nothing. But then I'm not gonna lie, at first when I looked at her and I looked at him, I was like, interesting. Because he's a millionaire. I forget what he does, but he was just rich. And she was a DJ popping in Colombia. Like, of course she had her income. For sure. But definitely not as much as he was making. By I didn't really even think about it too much. I'm like, okay, couple like each other, whatever. But I was like, she kind of out of his league. I'm not gonna lie, look wise. And I remember he ended up killing it. Like they went on a trip and then went to this hotel, and the camera shows them having an argument, and she's like recording him on his phone. And then the next day they see him carrying out this big luggage, goes downstairs in his car. He's struggling for like 5 minutes trying to get it out, dumps the body off at a dumpster. Then a homeless person sees it, and then so basically, yeah, I killed her. I don't know what argument happened. And then after I finished watching the video, though, I look at the comment. The first comment was, the true crime in this video was him believing she actually, like anybody believing she actually wanted to be with him. I was like, that's a good point. She never even wanted to be with him in the first place. Now I really think about it. Like, it was probably just for the money. But still, it's still crazy, though.
Where they dug the grave, you can still see the hole, even though weeds have grown up. Brings back a lot of bad memories, man. Sad memories coming over here. They brought me over here in a SUV that was blacked out. They had me in makeup, put my hands behind my back, even threw dirt on me.
I'm not gonna lie. This is something you'll never forget. Like, even when you have your wife, let's say he gonna get remarried, have his kids. This is something you'll just never forget. Like, that's a story to tell. Imagine, like, you're a woman and you date him after, get married, and he tells you this story. Like, that would be crazy. You would not believe him.
And all I could hear was the clicking of the 35 millimeter. And this is my gravesite in the middle of a dump yard, middle of nowhere over here.
We have the photos. We have the initial agreement. All we need now is the reaction.
Pues, de guapa.
She paid him the rest of the money.
Tengo 1,000.
And I
1,000?
get upset about how Lulu reacted when the officer showed her the picture of me dead.
No se levanta ya.
He won't wake up anymore.
She started laughing and raising her hands.
That's
and like she hit the lotto. This is her big shot.
That's crazy, though. I still can't, you still can't even picture that. But, like, the woman you love is laughing that you're dead. That's what I mean. These women be heartless nowadays, bro. Like, what? She said, gracias.
After I've seen the video hundreds of times, it's just still difficult for me to see because he brings back so many bad memories.
Naturally, he was heartbroken. But
Of course.
I think deep down he was hoping that she would not take it this far. We decide that we're going to wear cameras, we're going to go to the gym, we are going to tell Lulu that we are investigating a missing person.
When's the last time you saw Mr. Sosa?
We saw him on Wednesday 15th.
You saw him? Wait, are they married?
At this point, Lulu acts as if she has no idea what is going on.
So he
Well, of course she would.
contacted you in the last 24 hours?
No.
We have the last piece that we needed was her denying knowledge of any of this. So when we explained to her that she is under arrest, she is completely dumbfounded.
Okay, Miss Sosa, stand up, please. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Why?
Okay, ma'am, it's okay. Stay back. We have a warrant.
Lulu elected not to go to trial. She elected to take a 20-year plea deal in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Because there was so much evidence
years?
against her that if she
That's
would have
it?
gone to trial, she probably would have gotten life in the state of Texas. I remember at the hearing when she was sentenced, it was a packed courthouse, a lot of media were there, and I forgave her. It was just a release of all of that pressure, and I walked away. And she never looked at me once. The reason I'm sitting here talking to you is because of the decision that Mundo took. And I will forever be in debt with Mundo for saving my life.
I don't think I'll run across another murder for hire plot. At least I hope I don't. But if we do, I definitely know how to handle it.
But you know what's this is actually crazy. But you know what's crazy, though? As there's videos like this, there's probably a situation on the opposite end where a husband or wife did this same thing and got away with it. When you really think about it, like, of course they caught her, but there's somewhere in this, some time ago, somewhere, a wife did this to her husband and she did not get caught. Or a wife, a husband did and didn't get caught. But that just shows you can't even trust really anyone. It's simple. You can't even trust your own wife. You can't trust your own mother, your own father. The only person you can really trust is God, and God alone. You can't even trust yourself. You can't even trust yourself. Because why? This heart changes every single day. So the only person you could trust is God. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's it. So that's a crazy story if I ever heard. But y'all stay blessed. I'm going to see you on the next one.